Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pawan. In today's video, we're gonna learn something exciting, that is Python programming. If you are a student or a graduate, you can learn easily Python programming from our channel. So let's dive in. Introduction to Python. Python is a high-level integrated programming language. Means only humans can understand Python programming, machines can't. Second, easy to read and write programming language used for creating a varieties of software applications including websites and AI systems. Means it is because of its easy to read and write, it is mainly used for creating AI systems, that is complicated AI systems. Third, it is popular because of its simple syntax and versatility. Means because of its simple syntax, you can easily write any number of lines of Python code. It's not complicated like other programming languages. So next, what is Python? Python is simple and easy. Means a 6th grade student can also easily learn and write Python code. Second, free and open source. Means you can easily access Python codes from any corner of the world in anywhere from any systems. Third, high level language. What means only humans can understand Python programming, machines can't. Fourth, developed by Zudio van Rossum. He's a software engineer who developed first Python programming language. Fourth, portable. Means you can you can run Python code or write Python code in Windows operating systems or in Mac or in any other operating systems like Linux. Next, we're gonna learn what is Python programming exactly. If you have a lines of Python code, it has to be understand by machines, but machines only understands zeros and ones. So to understand the Python code, here comes translator plays an important role. Means a compiler. What does a compiler does? A compiler compile Python code into machine level language, means zeros and ones language. So what is exactly a compiler? A compiler is a software tool that translates Python code into machine code, means machine language. It is usually faster and more efficient to run than original Python code. Next, how to install compiler. Let's see. Go to python.org, download the software, navigate to download sections, download the Windows installer, run the installer, and third, open Python compiler. Let's see how to download. Go to open browser, any of the browser, python.org, type python.org and click enter. Go to downloads, go to Windows section, Windows, and install Python 3.12.5 version. Click on that Python. So here it's downloading. It's 25.3 MB. Let's wait. So it installed. Open that. Double click on that installer. Click on install now. So it is installing. Let's wait for a while. So Python is installed successfully. So close this, minimize this, press Windows button and type Python IDLE. Python. So here comes first IDLE Python 3.12 64-bit. Click on that. So it is open. Go to this file, click on new file. So this is the window where you can write any lines of number of lines of code, and this window is to display output of the Python code which you have written. So let's see an example. Let's write our first Python code. Print curly brackets, in that hello world. So let's first save it. Save. You can save anywhere. Just type any file name you want to write. Write Python code. Save. Then click on this run. Then click on run module. So you can see on the left side here, hello world is displayed. So I've successfully run a first Python code.
Hello everyone, my name is Akash. Here we will see what is Python syntax. Python syntax of Python programming language is a set of rules that defines how a Python programming will be written and interpreted by both the runtime and by the human readers. For especially in we use key method of print. By writing the print, we can print any values in the double quotes or any string values that we can print by syntax. This is the syntax of Python. Python identification. What is identification? Identification refers to the space at the beginning of a code line. The identification in Python is very important. Python uses identification to indicate a block of code. Identification with identification and without identification. With identification, it is used especially for if and else statement. If else statement. By writing if else statement, we have to first of all write in a space for without errors. If you write below the if print statement, it will give error. Now we will see comments. A comment is a programmer readable explanation or annotation in Python source code. They are added with the purpose of making the source code easier for humans to understand and are ignored by Python interpreter. Here we will see comments. For especially comments, we use hash symbol for comment out the statement. If we print any statement and in front of we type hash symbol, it will automatically get comment out. And second, this is also that we can comment out this statement. And last we will see input output. In Python, input is a built-in function used to take input from the user. Whatever we type in Python, it will take user from the user, and whatever we type, it will show in the output. Input, for especially input is a built-in function used to take input from the user. And now we will see print. In Python, print is a built-in function that displays data on the output device, typically the screen. It can be used to display string numbers, variables, and more. And last we will see output. For output, in Python, print is a built-in function that displays output devices, typically the screen. It can be used to display string, number, variable, and more.
Hello everyone. Myself Vinay Vadlakonda, and here I'm going to explain variables. Variables in Python, variables are used to store data that can be referenced and manipulated throughout your code. In general, variables are containers for storing data values. In simple words, variable is the name of a memory location where we can store different types of values. In that, if we want to store values, we cannot store directly. For that, we should first we should store the value. In simple words, a variable In simple words, a variable is the name of memory location where we can store the different types of values. In that, if we want to store value, we cannot store directly. For that, we should first assign a value. We should assign first variable. For that, it will store in the memory location. And now we are creating a variables. First, we should assign a variable and we have to give the value. For example, we are taking x is equal to y and y is equal to John. And hence, we are printing x and y. And the output is senior, 5 and John. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. And next, variable names. Variable names. A variable in Python can have a short or descriptive name. Example x, age, car name, naming rules. It must start with a letter underscore or anything. Cannot start with a number and can contain letters, numbers, and underscores. Case sensitive like age, a capital H and full capital letters are different. Cannot be Python keyword. Here are the legal variable names and illegal variable names. Legal variable names are here are the examples. My where John. In that we have no underscore, no space, and it is called as a legal variable name. Illegal variable name contains underscore, and in the starting of the character, we may contain underscore. And in illegal variable names, it shouldn't include numerical values in the starting of the character, and also in middle of the variables, we should not conclude underscore or mathematical values in that variables, and also we should not include space in when we are giving to variables. And here are the legal and illegal variables names. And here many values to multiple variables. Here is the examples. X y z is equal to, we are taking many values like orange, banana, cherry. Here we are printing x y z. Python allows you to assign values to multiple variables in one line. One value to multiple variables. We are taking the value same, but we are including so many variables like x is equal to y is equal to z, and the value is orange, and hence we are printing x y z, and the value is being same. Python allows you to assign the same value to multiple variables in one line. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Avnish and we are going to explain about data types in the Python. First we will see what is the data type. In Python, data type are classification that specify the type of value a variable holds and what kind of operation can be performed on it. Variable can store data of different types and different type can do different things. For example, in the simple language, the data in which type of data we are going to explain in the variable, it is called a data type. Now we will see there are mainly four types of data type. First is integers, second is float, and third is string, and fourth is list data type. And first we will begin integer data type, and uh, we will see what is the integer data type. An integer data type is a data type in programming that represent whole numbers without any fractional or decimal components. Integers can be positive, negative, or zero. For example, x is equal to the 20, which means we are storing 20 integers 20 in the x variable. And next is the float data type. Float data type, in short for floating point, is a numerical data type used in programming to represent real numbers that have a fractional component. Unlike integers, which only represent whole numbers, float can store numbers that have decimal points. We can store decimal numbers in a variable. It is called a float data type. For example, x is equal to the, in the PPT, 34.65. This is the value we are storing in the x variable. And the next data type is string data type. And string data type is a sequence of character used to represent text. String can include letters, numbers, symbol and space. They are usually enclosed in the quotation mark. Either any types of the symbols we can store in the double quotation mark or a single quotation. For example, x is equal to the hello world, and we can store also x 1 2 3. Any numbers, any symbols in the double quotation is called a string. And the last data type is a list data type, and the list data type is used for stored multiple items in a single variable. List contain integers, a string and a floating point number. Means list can store element of different data types. In Python, a list is defined using square bracket and item and separated by commas. For example, x is equal to the, in the double quotation mark, apple, banana, cherry, and we can store any items. We can store also integers. And now we'll see we can how we can find the which type of data type of the data. In the Python, the type and the braces function is used to determine the data type of a given value or variable. We can get the data type of any object by using the type function. For example, x is equal to the 10, and we want to find which type of a data type is x stored. We can write a code for it. Print open bracket type and the variable name and close bracket. The output will be class int specify the integers value is held by the x variable. For the second example, y is equal to the hello, and we will same write the code for it, and we see which type of the data type y variable hold. The output will be class string str. And the third example is z is equal to the 1 2 3, and we can find this is the example of the list data type.
Hello, I am Sundarraj. I am going to explain the operators. Let's say operators. In Python, operators are special symbol used to perform operations on a variable and value the variable values, or expression can be used as operands. Types of operators: arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Operators are given here, and name was addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Example: for addition, x plus y. For subtraction, x minus y. For multiplication, x into y. And for division, x by y. Arithmetic operators are used with numeric value to perform a common mathematical operation. Mathematical operators code. Let's see. X is equal to 12 and y is equal to 3. The value as given for variable. Print addition x plus y. Print subtraction x minus y. Print multiplication x into y. Print division x by y. The output we can see here. As I said, the value as given for variables, it's assigned with the addition, subtraction and multiplication, division. Assignment operator. Assignment operator are used to assign a value to variable. Uh, Operators are given here. An example for assignment operators: x is equal to 5, x plus is equal to 5, x minus is equal to 5, and into is equal to 3. Assignment operators code. Uh, the variable as given, x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to a is equal to b is equal to c. The variables, this all variables value is 6. Y plus equal to 3 equivalent to y equal to y plus 3. Z minus equal to 3 equivalent to z equal to z minus 3. A into equal to 3 equivalent to a equal to a into 3. As I said, how it's becoming the output we can see here. Y has given the value. Y has given the value
6 as per variable values. 6 plus 3 become y values 9 here. Comparison operators. Comparison operators are used to compare two values. Let we can see operator symbol and name for operators equal, not equal, greater than, less than. Example for equal x equal to y and not equal x not equal to y and x greater than y and x less than y. Comparison operator code x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. The variable has given the value. Print 1 x equal to y. X is equal to y. Is it true or false? It's false. 5 is not equal to 3. Print 2 x not equal to y. True. 5 is not equal to 3. Print 3 x greater than y. True. 5 is greater than 3. Print 4 x not less than y. False. 5 is not less than 3. We can see here output. Logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine a conditional statement. Operators as given and or not. Description for and returns true if both statements are true. Example x less than 5 and x less than 10. Or description for or returns true if one of the statement is true. For example x less than 5 or x less than 4. Not the result returns false if the result is true. For example, not uh, x less than 5 and x less than 10. Logical operators code x equal to 5. The variable has given the value. Print 1 x greater than 3 and x less than 10. True. 5 is between 3 and 10. Print 2 x greater than 3 or x less than 4. True. 5 greater than 3. One condition true. Print 3 not x greater than 3 and x less than 10. False. Negate the previous result. We can see the output here.
Hello, I am a Vinayak. Now I am going to conditional statement. Let's see. A conditional statement. Conditional statement in Python is allowed to execute scientific blocks of code based on whether it's given a conditional statement true or false. The conditional statement are fundamentally to programming as that enable to implement of a discussing making process within your code. By using a conditional statement, you can directly follow of a execute to a different path, allowing a programming to respond dynamically to area input of statement. Types of conditional statement. Four types of conditional statement: if else, nested if else, else. Logical concept are used are conditional statement: equal a equal to b, not equal a not equal to b, less than a less than to b, less than or equal to a less than equal to b, greater than a greater than b, greater than or equal to a greater than or equal to. If statement. If statement, this is used to test the condition of execute the association block of code. This condition evaluate true. It is most basic for of a conditional statement syntax. If condition, if statement example, so a is equal to 33, b is equal to 200. If b greater than a, the print statement b is greater than a. the output will be display b greater than a. Second example, username alias. If username equal alias, the print statement welcome alias. Output will be welcome alias. If else statement. If statements in Python is used for conjugate with the if statement to provide a navigate blocks of code that execute when the if condition is not met. Syntax: if condition, the statement is true, else statement is false. If else example: age is equal to 16. If age is greater equal to 18, the print statement you are eligible to vote, else the print you are not eligible to vote. Output will be you are not eligible to vote. Thank you.
Myself, Sugan, I am going to explain about elif statement. Elif statement. The elif statement in Python is short for else if. It is used to introduce another condition that is evaluated only if the preceding if or elif statement is false. You can have multiple elif statements to check various conditions and they are evaluated in order. Once a true condition is found, the corresponding block of code is executed and the rest of the elif statements are skipped. Here the syntax of elif statement. If condition 1, code block executed if condition 1 is true. Elif condition 2, code block executed if condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true. Elif condition 3, code block executed if previous conditions are false and condition 3 is true. Else, code block executed if all conditions are false. Here the example 1 of elif statement. Letter A. If letter is equals to B, print letter is B. Elif letter C equal. Print letter C. Elif letter is equals to A, print letter is A. Else, if none of the above, print letter isn't A, B or C. Here the output is letter A. Example 2. A is equals to 200, B is equals to 33. If B is greater than A, print B is greater than A. Elif A is equals to B, print A and B are equal. Else print A is greater than B. Here the A is greater than B is the output. Another statement is nested if else. Nested if else. Nested if else means an if else statement inside another if statement. Or in simple word, there is an outer if statement and inside it another if else statement is present. Is such type of statement is known as nested if statement. We can use one if or else if statement inside another if or else if statement. The syntax of nested if statements are if condition 1. Here if another condition 2, code block executed if both the condition 1 and 2 are true. Else code block executed if condition 1 is true but condition 2 is false. Else code block executed if condition 1 is false. The example 1 of nested if else. Number is equals to 15. If number is greater or equal to 0, if number is equals to 0, print the number is 0. Else print the number is positive. Else print the number is negative. Here the output is the number is positive. Example 2. Age is equals to 20 is member is equals to true. If age is greater or equal to 18, if is member, print access granted to the member area. Else print you need to be a member. Else print you must be 18 or older. Your output will be access granted to the member area.
My name is Vishnu Sharma. My topic is loop. Loop. In Python, a loop is programming structure that allow you to repeat a block of code multiple times. Loops are useful when you need to perform a task repeatedly without writing a same code multiple times. While loop पाइथन में एक स्ट्रक्चर के जैसा काम करता है जो कि हमें बार बार ना लिखना पड़े, एक बार में ही सब कुछ हो जाए, इसके लिए हम while लूप का यूज करते हैं. Types of loop. Main two types of loop. First is for loop, second is while loop. A for loop. A for loop is a Python a control flow statement. They interact over a sequence such a list, tuple, string, or range, and execute a block of code. For each terms in the sequence, the loop automatically stops when all items in the sequence overrun the proceed. While loop. A while loop in a Python repeatedly execute a block of code long as a specific condition is true. The loop stops once the condition becomes false and the program continues without a next statement. While loop. What is while loop? While loop flowchart. कंडीशन स्टेटमेंट एंड कंडीशन जब जब ट्रू रहेगा तब तक स्टेटमेंट में आएगा स्टेटमेंट जब जब ट्रू रहेगा तो कंडीशन में जाएगा वो तब तक ट्रू प्रेजेंट करेगा उसके बाद जब इधर कंडीशन ओवर हो जाएगा जब कंडीशन फॉल्स हो जाएगा तो कंडीशन जब फॉल्स होएगा तो एंड लगा जाएगा while loop in python a while loop is use execute a block statement re- represent unit a given condition is satisfied when the condition becomes false in the line immediately after the loop in the programming execute while condition while condition while condition में हम जो भी डालेंगे वो प्रिंट होकर हमें रिटर्न देगा while loop example first is count is 0 while condition less than 3 print hello geek count plus 1 equal to 1 print end of while loop while loop काउंट लेस देन 3 है जब काउंट लेस देन 3 रहेगा तब हमें ट्रू प्रिंट होएगा जब जब फर्स्ट 1 इज लेस देन 3 यस लेस देन 3 3 जितना इधर रहेगा जितने बार प्रिंट होएगा इधर 3 है इसलिए 3 टाइम प्रिंट एंड 4 टाइम इज एंड ऑफ while loop.
Hello everyone, my name is Vivian and my roll number is SIT 2025-109. So here I am to explain for loop. And so let's start with this for loop. Okay, for loop we have a flowchart in here, and a for loop can be explained in easier terms if you can't read this. So for loop works on a concept of iteration. Okay, it works as how many times a range or how many times a loop it works. Okay, for example, it can also be given as a loop of to specify how many times you have to loop. Okay, for example, we have here a statement. Okay, let's say we got as if a statement, last statement, you have certain something statement you have given, so you have to print it as something. Okay, so let's say if we give an iteration of value of 0, it won't just print any of the loop, only it will print once. So it will just go with no if only we don't have projected any value or iteration, so it will just project statement yes. If we give a statement of value, certain number of values, for example iteration of something like 10, so it will go for iteration or loop for a 10 times until unless it is not done, it won't end here. Okay, so if we have to end here, either we have to give default value of 0, which is a binary equivalent to 1, and it will end, or otherwise we can go for the range. So that's it for flowchart, and we got as a for example how to write a for loop. So here first we will use for as a word. It's a function. It's a by default inbuilt function in that Python code. Okay. So for loop, a variable from where you have to use a for loop. Variable, it can be anything you or the user will purposefully require or want, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Okay. For, which is what are important here is for, then the variable which is given here in is what, from where it is helpful for connecting for loop towards the variable. Okay, because computer can't just understand you, so it will need to understand the connection between the for loop and the fruit, also a variable. So we use in for a connection between a for to the loop and variable, sorry. So we got a more specific example in here. Okay, so for loop works in an example of okay, let's go with the example. So first we have a fruits as a variable. Fruits in a variable will consist of more of its examples of what are fruits. Okay, here I specified here is apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, so fruits have apple, banana, cherry as a variable. Now I am applying a for loop. For loop with a variable of x. What is x? Okay, we needed something of a variable so that it can project the values of fruit in here. Okay, for as a loop, x is something which is substitutional value of such fruits in variable of a fruit. Okay, so it can be apple, banana, cherry, anything. But it will only be inside what I like to call fruits here. Okay, as a variable. For x, which is variable of fruits in the fruits in. So how many in from where? Okay, you have to specify from where for loop will where it will connect, where which variable it will connect. Okay, for x substitute of variable in, from where it will be connect, it will connect from fruits for x in fruits. Now it is done. Okay, our for loop is connected to fruits. Then we will use print to print the variable. Okay, you can print x here. I given x. So computer will understand that x is substitute the value of variable of fruit in a variable of fruits. Okay, so output is here like apple, banana, cherry. It will show apple, banana, cherry because x is substituted value of apple, banana, cherry. And what is range? Okay, I gave an example here where for loop works in a formation of iteration. So how many times we want to iterate or something, or loop it something. Okay, so for loop has a default value of 0. 0 means 1. Okay, so it will go for a loop of 1. Yeah, it means only it will only print 1. There's no loop in here. Don't get confused. It will only print 1. If we specify a range or value or iteration, how many times we want to iterate, oh, so it will iterate for that many times. Okay, and with the specified value 0 has a default value 1. It is not compulsory you have to give 1 of a range, or it is, you can just leave it here as a default value 0. You don't have to specify anything. Yeah, that's it. And we have an example with the variable with the example with the range. Okay, so first we'll go for and then the value add to variable. Okay, if we don't specify variable, computer by default takes the value of numbers. Okay, if you want to specify any words or fruits, then you have to connect by using in as a function. Yeah, it is written right in x forward like in. So for x, anything you want to print, in from where you have to print. Okay, I didn't specify in here, so computer by default will take the variable of numbers. Range. Okay, range from where to where? 0 to 1, 0 to 6, sorry, 0 to 6. It means like 0 1 2 3 4 5 because 6 starting 6. And then I will go with the print x. What I want to print x. X will substitute the value in the range 6. That is by default numerical. So here I got 0 1 2 3 4 5.
Hi, my name is Nilesh and I am going to explain functions. Functions. A function is a reusable block of a code designed to perform a specific task. You can pass data known as parameters into a function. A function can return data as a result. And next, we are defining a Python function. Define function. In that, a function blocks begin with the keyboard def, which is defined, followed by the function name and the parenthesis, curly brackets. And input parameters or arguments should be placed within this parenthesis. The statements within the function body can include any valid Python statements. The code block within every function start with a colon, which is important in the Python function and is indent. The statement return expression exists function. A return statement with no arguments is the same as the return none. And next, we have creating a function. Creating a function. In a Python function is defined using the def keyboard, which is defined. And we have a small code here. Def, my function, print, hello world and return. Next, we have a calling a function. To call a function, use the function name followed by the curly brackets. And next, we have function arguments. Function arguments are the values or variables passed into a function when it is called. Information can be passed through and functions as arguments. Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis
You can add as many arguments as you want. Just separate them with a comma. And next we have example here. You are watching the code here. Define my function fname we are colon print. In that we are doing double inverted hello plus fname, and fname which are being in George, Tom and Laura, and the output will be this. Next, function arguments example 2. In that we have a small code here. Function definition is here. Diff print info name and age semicolon. We are printing name and age, and we are also defining the age as 50 and name as Mickey, and the output of this code will be this.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohanraja, and in Python the next topic we'll be seeing is strings. Now what is basically a strings? A string is a data structure in Python programming that represents a sequence of characters. Now it is an immutable data type, means once you have created a string, you cannot change that. Python string is widely used in applications or storing a manipulating a text, representing names, addresses, or other data types that can be represented as a text. Now, what is basically a string? We will be talking about in detailing now. A string is a sequence of a characters used in representing the text. It can include letters, numbers, symbols, and spaces. In many data programming, including Python, strings is enclosed with the quotation marks. Now we will be seeing syntax of a string data type in Python. Now as you can see, the string variable in hello world, it is a variable, and below you can see that an example of a string data type, we have just shown string variable, and we have to give that input a computer science portal of a Greek as an input. So we have to print that string O, then we have to print that data structure, as we can see the input shown below. Now basically the ways of declaring a string Python is of three types. The first one is on single quotations, the double quotation, and a triple quotations. Now creating a string. Now strings in the Python can be created using a single quotes, double quotes, or a triple quotes. Now let us see how to define a string in a Python. Now as you can see, the code print hello, they have been printed in 3 times but with the different quotations, but you can see it is the same output given below. Now we will be seeing assigning to the variable. As you can see the code string 1, we can see an input called welcome to the Python world given as an input. Now the print string with the use of single quotes will be printed as string 1. As you can see below, the output is given as string with the use of single quotes welcome to the Python world, which means we are assigning a variable to a string that is given as an input. You have to assign it first, then you have to give an input to that, then you have to print with the string 1. As you can see, the output is given below. The next is we are going to see is assessing the characters in the string. Now assessing the characters in a string in Python is basically an individual characters of a string that can be assessed using a method of indexing. Now what is an indexing method? As you can see, we use textbooks or notebooks as in reference to the index that can create a shortcut method to reach that page. So basically index allows to access that characters of a string. For example, 0 accesses to the first character and 1 refers to the second character. So basically if you have a space bar in between, it is also recorded as a character also. So now assessing the character in strings, we can see the code string 1 Python is given as an input. So then the next print initial string, we have to assign the string 1 as an output. As you can see, the output is given as initial string Python. So you can assess the first character of a string as P. So basically you have to assign your index, for example like string 0, yeah, string 1, as you can print the below, like first character of a string is P and first character of a string is N.
Hello guys, I am Priya. Now I am going to talk about string concatenation. String concatenation in Python is the operation of joining two or more strings together The result of this operation will be a new string that contains the original string. The diagram below show a general string concatenation operation. String concatenation. In Python, there are numerous ways to concatenate strings. We are going to discuss the following. First one, using addition operators. Using addition operator, returning the sum of two numbers. However, the addition symbol acts as string concatenation operator in Python. It works with two string operand and result in the concatenation of the two. Here there is code. This line assigns to the string hello to the variable str1. This line assigns to the string world to the variable str2. When str1, which is hello, and str2, which is world, are concatenated, the result is hello world. str1 and str2 are concatenated with using the addition operator. This result is that assigns to the variable str3. After executing this str3 is equal to str1 plus str2. The value of str3 will be hello world. Here there is output. String 1 is semicolon hello. String 2 semicolon world. String 3 semicolon hello world. Now we are moving to concatenating string with spaces. To insert a white spaces between two strings, we can use a third empty string. Here there is code. str1 is equal to hello. This line assigns to string hello to the variable str1, and this line assigns to the string world to the variable str2. Here blank is equal to double colon double colon. Now here there is output str1 semicolon hello, str2 semicolon world, str string 3 semicolon hello world. Now we are moving to next modifying string with join. The join method in Python is used to concatenate or combine element of a table such as a list or tuple into a single string. The elements are joined together using a specified separator string. Here there is syntax. Separator underscore string dot join open bracket iterable close brackets. Separator underscore string, the string that will be inserted between each element of the iterable. What is iterable? Iterable is the collection of elements like a list or tuple that will be combined into a single string. Now we are moving to modifying strings. Modifying strings with joins. In this example, the spaces double semicolon is used as the separator and it joined in the word in the list into a single string. Python is awesome. Here there is example. Modifying string with upper. The upper method in Python is used to convert all the character in a string to upper cases. Syntax string dot upper open bracket and close bracket. Here there is example. Modifying strings with lower. The lower method is a built-in string method in Python that returns a new string with all upper cases letters converted to lower cases. Here there is syntax string dot lower open bracket and close bracket. Here there is example. The output will be comes lower cases. That means small letters.
Hi, my name is Profula and I am from Division B, grade 11. I saw this video made by batch 11 on Python. It was very easy and simple to understand. I learned many things and my doubts were cleared too, and it was very great. And the concepts in that were very easy to catch, and they also provided very clearly. Thank you.